Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Hoping things are going well in your part of the world. Feel free to join my community through the community tab out on Twitter, out here on YouTube. I usually try to get out here fairly frequently. Over the last probably year and a half or so, a lot of videos have been produced. And after using YouTube over a period of 15, 16 years, pretty much since the beginning of the site, and I've learned quite a few skills, in terms of editing, coming up with content and stuff like that. Feel free to check out a lot of my other videos for a lot of that, as well as ways to get involved through getting my ebooks, fundraising opportunities using credit, debit, and PayPal. And of course, like I said, in the comments on the, community tab and whatnot. Today I'd like to briefly talk about various skill sets that people have. In the recent last couple of weeks, I've checked out a few videos, both on a psychological standpoint and on a personal ability standpoint. And, I found out a lot of, interesting things that affect quite a few people. Some people have like an autistic spectrum where they're nonverbal, or they don't have the social skills. A lot of people these days online, kind of probably fall in that category. I remember back in the day, 20 years ago, when you go to a chat room and have a normal conversation. Then they started having a lot more bots, flooding, spamming, being stupid. And nowadays, you ask somebody what their name is and they get confused. That could be in that latter category. Also, there are people a lot like myself that have a lot of, various high-level skills, whether it be mathematically, spelling-wise, writing and communication-wise, stuff like that. And I found that kind of interesting because, after the last 48 years, I've seen a lot of, different things change, both how people are treated, both on a physical level, mentally, socially, stuff like that. And I think it's kind of interesting that, there are so many people these days, especially in the political genre, that think they're the only ones that know anything. Or you get people like on Twitter and other social media that focus too much on the BS in the news, political stuff that don't really even affect them personally, stuff like that. I think a lot of people, when it comes down to it, should take note of the skills that they have, try to improve those, try to help people that don't have quite as many, abilities, and trying to see what they can, do, have what the other person's skill set level are, and then, kind of go things accordingly. And that's where, some social areas and social areas, various places actually help certain people. Over a period of a couple of years, there were like 3 or 4 years where I wasn't online hardly at all because of stupidity from a county that I put 40 years of my life into, and for the last 20 of that, they spazzed and tried to make shit up. And that's for, another time, but a lot of people that have known me personally, know what's going on with that, so I won't, bore people with BS. To say it's just that, BS. And then there are people in my family, people that I've known through school over the years, and it's kind of, interesting to wonder where people are 20 years, 30 years down the road. But by the same token, I think a lot of people that want to judge somebody based on things they have no clue on, whether they be friends, family, members of the community, whatever, even idiots that could live a block away, not even know the person, but have assumed things, people like that, I think, need lives. It just kind of is what it is. People like that, focus on somebody else's business, or that try to, have laws passed to harass people, such as the SORNA. Check out my SORNA versus ACLU video for more on that. But I've seen videos in that retrospect where pretty much all 50 states kind of allow some form of harassment of certain people just because, and I think that's kind of bullshit due to the fact that, it's a free, civilized society, or so it seems. But enough about that. Check out the other video that I just mentioned on the ACLU and SORNA and some of that shit to figure out what, I mean by that. Anyways, getting back to the topic at hand, I think people that have various skills and abilities and social, intentions and opportunities, you need to take that opportunity to, integrate with the rest of society, whether it be personally, business-wise, online, offline, and indifferent. There was for a number of years, I was doing websites, videos out here, a daily podcast, stuff like that. In my own family, it was like over their heads. But yet nowadays, with the virus that, kind of plagued the country over the last couple of years, now every day is coming to, it comes to everyday people's minds that kind of thing is actually a normal, part of society, which I think is kind of sad because it's taken the world kind of, losing millions of people to a virus that people weren't even prepared for, to actually be able to figure out what is and is not normal in society. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, feel free to leave some comments. Check out my community tab, and we'll see you next time.